Hello everyone, welcome back to Super Medico. I'm George and welcome to the Transfigure series. So today this video I'm going to talk about how to choose your college. This is a very important topic. Okay. Along with choosing your dream branch, choosing your college is very important, and you have to take a lot of things into mind. One is your financial conditions, one is the practical conditions of whether you will get the college, and you have to think like this. So there is the ranking things come. So I would highly suggest all of you to buy a subscription to Zynet. It's a wonderful app. I would not I have no words for it. I really love the app. It gives you all the last rank details for all the branches, for all the counselings, the national counselling, the state counselings, the individual counselling, all these things you get it very clearly. You can filter out very well. They also have a dedicated customer service where you can talk and ask them doubts about procedures related to counseling. It's a very good site. It's not a paid promotion. I'm telling you out of my goodwill. I would suggest everybody to use Zynet. I don't know if there are any other apps that do the same thing, but I use Zynet. It worked wonderfully well for me. Okay. So when you use these apps, or if you're not able to use Zynet, you're not able to afford that, you can check last rank PDFs are available, counseling PDFs are available. It might be more work, but you'll get what you want from that. Okay, that's clear. Zynet just filters it out and presents it more easily. This might need a lot more if you're checking through PDF. So whatever it is, you will know which is the last ranks for. So you should see which is your rank and what are the possible opportunities. For example, suppose I got 13,848 in psychiatry. So I'll tell you my way. So I wanted to take psychiatry. I got all 13,848. So I know I wouldn't get, for example, okay, NIMHANS doesn't come under this NEET PG, so leave it. There are institutes like HIBAS in Delhi, CIP Rani, so I know I won't get these places, 100% sure, no doubt. But when I checked the previous year counselling, I was getting some colleges, I was not getting some. Again, so it changes. But when the things came, so you will get an idea what are the things that are available for you, which are gone. So I got to know, okay, these are the sort of colleges I'll get. Okay, I could get good, decently good government colleges in South of India. I wanted South India. You're getting decently good colleges, government colleges. Private, anyways, I'll get any college I want. I can get private. That is clear. And decently good government colleges I'm getting. The funny part is last year I got even better government colleges than I thought, because somehow the cutoffs, because the previous year I could only get second tier or third tier government colleges based on 2022 ranking. 2023 rank I was able to get first tier good government colleges in South India. So that is a different thing. I was getting the top government colleges of states. So things change every year. Things might go worse, things might go good. So you will have an idea what is available for you. So you should have an idea, okay. Then what you should have is, you have to talk to people. So how to talk is, again, as I told in the previous video, current students, students who have finished, and students who are working, who are 3-4 years down the line. So you will have, because the current students might not be able to, they might be able to tell the current state of the department, because maybe 5 years ago the department was extremely friendly, now it's super toxic, or vice versa. So these things you'll get to know only from the current students. From those who have finished, again you will get to know the value of the degree, how easy to get it. So suppose, don't always think that, your college of training is very important for PG. Suppose you take a very peripheral government college, you think, okay, it's government, you will get job, might not be able to get. They might, maybe the hospitals are looking whether you're good enough, whether you're trained enough, not just the name of your college. So they might know, okay, this hospital is not that good, so the quality of doctor would also not be that good, or this hospital is very good, so the quality of doctor could also be good. So these things come. So for example, when I did my UG from Trivandrum Medical College, when I went for a job interview, I did get pretty well there. I got the job, like, they were very happy, like I was from Trivandrum Medical College, I have that exposure, I have done those, they know. So all these things matter. So that, and the next is the people who have finished 4-5 years down the line, they'll be able to tell very clearly how the learnings from their institute actually helped. So these things are very important. So I'll tell you about my thing, how I went on choosing. So based on my thing, I could get government colleges. Based on 2022 ranking, I could have got up to Calicut Medical College in Kerala. But what happened in our counselling last year was the seat, there was some difference. So these things do not, the division of seats were different compared to 2022. So I think a reservation all came. So general seats were more in Trivandrum, compared to other colleges. And there were seats in Pariyaram. I'm not sure if Calicut was there, I think 1 or 2 seats, but the matrix was different from the previous year. That was very clear. So in the counselings in Kerala, I was getting only Pariyaram. Okay. Coming to, I was getting Andhra Medical College in Vizag. That is one good college, 100 years old college. It's a very good, even their psychiatry hospital is NABH accredited or something like that. So I saw something, it's good institute. Then in the next round, I was getting in Madras Medical College. So I was getting a lot of these government colleges, I was getting very clear. Okay. The next, private, I was checking CMC Vellore. I tried for that, but what happened is CMC Vellore, again, all the seats, they went to the reservation, denomination, Christian denomination. So my Christian denomination does not fall in their thing. So again, there I couldn't get. It went to much lower ranks based on that reservation thing. So the next option that other private, so I didn't have much private colleges in mind because I knew that I would get government and I was quite sure psychiatry, anyway, any private I would get. So the only private that I was thinking was St. George's, because I thought among the private options that are there, St. John's is very, 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 very good. So I thought, okay, I'll keep St. John's and these government colleges on one side. Then I started comparing. So what I did was, I asked people, current students, just finished students and consultants to know. Even I had kept options like NIMHANS because some people told me, why don't you maybe wait a few months, you write NICT and you might get NIMHANS also. Possible. So again, that was also an option I had. So when I started talking to people, I got a much more clear understanding about the correct, the background of things. So how is the training there? How is the training here? What are the good aspects of training? What are the bad aspects of training there? What are the benefits of doing a degree from there? What are the negatives of doing a degree from there? How is the seniors? How is the faculties? How is the area general? For example, the first place I got was like very withdrawn. Some places you might be very withdrawn from the city. Whether the climate is very bad. Is it possible you will be able to survive there for 3 years? Because you have to survive there, right? First of all, your department might be difficult. And then if the area is also difficult, you don't have a place to chill. If it's a very remote area and all, it will be very, 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 very difficult. So all these things you should come. But again, practical. Suppose you're not going to get very good places, very good areas, you might have to settle down with second, third grade, tier 2, tier 3 areas. Does not, so depending on what is the best for you, you check. See, everybody is different. Everybody's rank range is different. And this is more important for the mid-rankers. The top rankers will get wherever they want. They don't have much. But these mid-rankers like me, I was also a mid-ranker. Here is where we find it very difficult. The choosing thing is very, very, very difficult. It's not easy. That's why I'm telling you, these things you should keep in mind. The place is also very, very important. Okay. Then is the fees. Come on, say. Private colleges fees are very high. Government. So this is one thing that I struggled myself because I was getting government college very minimal fees and I had a private option in mind and that was high fees were very high. So here also was something that I was very finding it difficult because I had done my UG at a government college. So we had that mind that we should not spend the money of our parents. So spending at a private college was very difficult for me. So again, these things that you have to keep in mind. The other thing about a college, so what are the things that you should consider about training? You should consider the number of OP cases and IP cases that are there. So that is one thing I did. So one of the, I won't name the colleges, right? So one of the good government colleges that I was thinking of joining, when I understood that they did not have IP care for quite some time because the ward was in works. Renovation was going, so there were no IP patients at all. And OP patients were very limited. So again, it was a, so again, okay, so this won't be good doing it here. So I had a clear idea. So that is why you should know these things. It's very, very important. You won't know that, it won't be put on the websites. You need to ask people, then only you will get to know the actual condition, how the department is there. So you need to have good number of IP, you need to have good number of IPs. Again, whether your exposure, suppose this is very important in private colleges. Some in private colleges, maybe the amount of exposure you have might be reduced compared to government hospitals. Because in government, you will be left free. In private, there will be a lot of restrictions in some places especially. Maybe OP cases you can't see alone, you have to see with a consultant. In government colleges, you see it alone. So all these things, exposure things are like there differently. Definitely those things are happening. So you need to know whether your exposure is good. So again, something that denotes exposure is the number of PGs. Some places have too many PGs. Some places have very less PGs. So find somewhere that is, somewhere in the middle. So you have decent exposure also, and your workload is not too low. If there are too many PGs, the problem is you won't have individual attention. So again, one of the places that I was planning to go had too many PGs. There were like 24, 27 PGs per week. There were too many PGs. And that won't be like the most ideal situation. Your duties would be very less. You have a much more chill life. But whether that is apt for learning is a question that we need to ask ourselves. So I didn't want that. So that's what I told. So you need to check the number of PGs is very important. You should understand that. So this is the next thing. The next thing that you should know is how is the languages practice there? Are you able to learn? So that is another thing that was difficult for me. For example, Kerala, I was, Andhra, I didn't know. Tamil also, I don't know. Kannada, I don't know. Even Andhra, I don't know. Tamil, I can adjust with Malayalam. So again, these were some doubts, So, but what I have learned from my experiences, you can learn languages. It's not a difficult thing. If you want to, you will learn. Okay, wherever you go, if you listen carefully, you try to ask the meaning, you will learn language. So I know now, okay-ish Kannada, I can talk with patients decently well. Telugu, I'm still learning. Tamil, I'm adjust with Malayalam itself. Irka, Sollu, I like that not. Hindi, I knew well, so it was fine. Only my striling and pulling are bad, but yeah, I am able to manage Hindi. Bengali, I don't know. I manage with Hindi and Google Translate. So yeah, in St. John's we have all these, every of these populations come. It's not just one language. It's a multilingual environment in St. John's. But yeah, some places you will have one language predominant. So that's what you need to know. So especially in things like psychiatry, language is very important. So you can learn the language. It's not like very impossible or something. But some subjects you don't need to, like radio and all, you don't need to know language, right? So that won't matter. And so depending on subject, so language is a thing. Next, you should check about the facilities there. Facilities for learning, facilities for your life. Facilities for learning, whether the department has adequate, for example, you're going for radiology. You need to know that it has an MRI machine. So in peripherals, maybe there might not be an MRI machine. So you lose a lot of learning out there. That's why you won't know MRI properly. Okay. Or if the so you need to know these, what things are available there. All these you know from the current students. Then also you need to know about the facilities for yourself. Do you have a proper duty room? That is very important in the current state in Kolkata. As you know how a lady doctor was brutally raped and murdered. She went to a seminar room to take rest. There was no thing called duty room. There was no proper. So you need to know these things. Do I have a proper place to rest? How is your hostels? Again, this also I've heard. Some places don't have even hostels. This I've literally heard from a friend of mine who is doing his dermatology in a good college in North India. He told clearly that the first years don't have proper hostels. They were sleeping in the verandas of the ward where dogs and cats were there. This is not from any Reddit or my friend told me. And he got a room because one day he developed seizures. He was not able to sleep well. He got seizures. That's why they gave him a room. Because of that, the other colleagues of him were not happy because he got a room. So it is such a state of affairs in some place. So you need to know how the people are. What is the culture? What is the toxicity? This is the other point. The culture of the department. The toxicity of the department. Very, very important. Because some people who are very strong and deep inside, they'll be able to manage whatever. But some people, it's not easy. For them, that is very important, whether you're able to manage with the people over there. So again, these you'll get to know from current students, old students and all. How are the faculties? Are they very toxic? These are things you should know. Because come on, you got to spend 3 years of your life there. If you are not able to handle, see, it's not like UG. Because in UG, it is different from PG. Because UG, you are not going to spend so much time with your faculties. You don't have much of a bond with your faculties. You have much more bond with your friends than your faculties here. Your batch might be 100, 200 people. So faculties don't know each personally. You change every month at places. Some department will be good, some department will be bad. But here you spend, and in UG also you don't spend more than 4 o'clock. Till 4 only you spend in the hospital. But here till night you might have to spend here, man. Sometimes 36 hours, 72 hours. So where you spend is important. So again, the place is very, very, very important. and you might not have enough time to rest, go outside and chill. You might have to rest most of the time in the hospital. So again, that is very important. So like I initially had put some choices in the north, some places and all. So my parents told, no, you don't go there, because see, the colleges were good. It is named famous colleges. I could have got it, but then again my parents told, don't, because these things. It is very named, very famous, good colleges. But again, these are something. So you should see what is ideal for you. Each person is different, and you have to make a choice according. So these things you have to check. So we talked about the exposure. We talked about the number of PGs. We talked about the facilities. We talked about the toxicity and culture. The other thing is academics. How good learning is there? Are they teaching well? Are the professors or the senior residents willing to teach, or is it like they don't want to teach? So again, that you have to ask. How is it? Are you getting opportunities to learn? So these things are very important. Some places don't teach. Some places teach a lot. So you need to know how are those things there. Okay. And I also told about the place where you are. Place also matters, because you're going to spend 3 years there. You need to know whether the place is good. The other thing is definitely the fees, which I already talked about. Some places the training might be so good, but you can't afford the fees. You don't take a loan and all. Don't. Whatever is, because it's not worth it. Okay. You might not get back the loan and all. So what is possible you see and you choose that. That's okay. Then then which is possible based on your ranks. These things you should know. Anything else? Currently I'm only thinking of these things. If you find any more things that you should think about while choosing a college, drop down in your comments and help out your fellow peers. So that's it. So let's see in the next video.